for everybody to get up in here. Hey, thank you. I'm glad you saw it too. Yes. Hey. Thank you, Fire. We're getting ready to begin. Thank you. Yes. Otis McDonald is a badass artist. I found him through YouTube. You guys can always check out which songs I play during my streams in the comment section. My pleasure, Dara. Well, today's going to be a little bit more of a serious stream. And as you can see by the title, it is titled The Truth and Healing Dreams. Before we get into exactly what I want to say, guys, be sure to leave a like. Randy, today is not a dancing day. Those are usually random. I like to mix it up, you know, to keep it interesting. But guys, be sure to leave a like. That's not random. You know, y'all always need to make sure the ratio of viewers and likes equal each other, okay? Because today is going to be a very serious topic. No, it's not in a bad way, but, oh, Randy's sad because I'm not dancing. Oh. It's okay, Randy. I mean, that song is not really something that I would really like try and like dance to. You know what I'm saying? That's more of like a everybody let's vibe together, you know, let's chillax, you know. It's not really something that you could just like, you know, I mean, you could. Hey, I'll be back at a seminar. Okay, love you too, sweetie. Glad that you popped in to say hello at least. But today is going to be a very important topic because after the collective before, one of your readings during healing my endometriosis through a holistic program that just came out was so spot on. Also to my many narcissistic abusers significantly helped me in this reading, in this healing journey. Well, I'm so glad that I was able to help you along your journey. That is exactly what this channel is about. Hello, Donna. How's everybody? Hopefully you guys are doing well. Okay, we got 4 likes, 12 people. Everybody go ahead and drop a like. There's 8 silent haters. You know, Mistress Lotus doesn't like silent haters. She'll call every last one of you mofos out. Leave a like. Okay. And, you know, show your support for this channel. You know, get ready for, if you're ready for your reading, leave a like. You know, likes help you guys. Hello, Yardy Cray. Thank you, Ronald, for the super chat. I appreciate that. We got 6 silent haters. Now we got 7 silent haters. I don't want any silent haters in my stream, y'all. Y'all know how I do. Now, y'all should know better. Every time I start the stream, y'all should know I'm going to ask y'all to leave a like. So you might as well just get on it before I even say anything, you know. And for those of you who don't know how to leave a like during the live chat, back out of the live chat, click the like button, and rejoin. Okay, all right. All right, come on, you guys. You know what? And that's so funny that you said that, Donna. It surely is free to hit the like button. Isn't it, though? She is thoroughly correct. Hello, Terry. Welcome to the live stream. I'm trying to get everybody, you know, to get these likes so I can go ahead and get this message out. I ain't getting no messages out if we have silent haters in here. That's one thing I'm not going to do. You understand what I'm saying to you? So, look at Donna. She got my back, y'all. Yes, I need the message. Exactly. We all do. Lotus Squad. Yep. Right? See, silent haters. Come on, we're waiting on y'all. Everybody is waiting on y'all. We got 10. Now we got 3 silent haters. Any other silent haters? Oh, 4. Oh, shit. We got 4 silent haters. Oh, we're back to 3. We're back to 3. Come on, everybody. After this, I'll go ahead and get into why the title is The Truth and why we will be talking about healing dreams. I liked already. Awesome, Terry. You're on the ball today. That means that you're not a silent hater. I appreciate that. Right. Billy Mustang, silent haters like vocal haters. Same deal, yo. Okay. What does that have to do with what I'm asking people to do? That has nothing to do with people hitting the like button. And if you're a troll, we're going to go ahead and deal with you accordingly. Okay. I'm going to just let you know that right now. I don't have time. I don't have time for shenanigans today. You understand what I'm saying to you? I don't have any lick of time for shenanigans. You understand? Scared. Last time I wrote, she blocked me for 15 minutes. And you said, why she block her for that? Wait, what? Faye, I'm sorry, sweetie. Who blocked you? I know it wasn't me. I know it ain't me. I know it ain't me. Let me, it may play in the middle of this, so give me a second. So, old school friend says, I actually have just started to dream all the time. I never used to. P.S. I always like your readings. Your energy is awesome and your gift and knowledge is spot on. Thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure. So if there's anyone, by the way, since I currently do not see, well, I do see moderators. We have Dara and Blackfire Forever in here. So if there's anyone else who would like to be a moderator, please do let me know, because I have a feeling after I did the card of the day, oh, the moderator blocked her. I'm sure that we won't be blocking you this time, sweetie. So no worries. I'm glad that you're back, though. Welcome back. But yes, if there's anyone else who would like to be a moderator, just go ahead and let me know, and I'll make you one. Because like I said, when I pulled the card of the day today, it was the 3 of Swords. And so doesn't that ring very true? It didn't ring true when I woke up this morning. But 3 of Swords, I noticed that, you know, internet trolls come to mind with that. Just dealing with pain, heartache, things like that. And I know we were talking a little bit about that with everyone in the stream previously in the last collective reading. And so I wanted to touch on a few things about the title within itself because of that. And I love you too, Faye. Thank you so much, sweetie. So today, and this is good. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit more serious, not in a bad way. It's just something that needs to be said. So when we did the collective readings last time, okay, and let me kind of align this a little bit better. There we go. So the last collective that we did was eye-opening, to say the least. And I feel like this is a time where the truth has already come out or is coming out. Hey, Jerica. Hey, sweetie. Welcome, welcome. And so that evening after I ended the stream, I got some crystals in the mail, and particularly the blue kyanite and the peacock ore. First of all, let's take a look at peacock ore. Absolutely freaking beautiful. These are not painted. Okay, this is all natural, and it has a little bit of hematite mixed in there, but you can tell with the dark blues and the purples and pinks and even the bronze all together. It's a very beautiful crystal, and it speaks for itself as to why it's called peacock ore. And I'll go ahead and read this one first as to the metaphysical properties. But it was interesting, the timing, you guys. I was supposed to have gotten it a couple of days before. And so anyways, I felt like divine timing was definitely at work here. So what peacock ore is, it encourages prosperity and abundance. It draws necessities and comforts to you. It also fosters a feeling of having everything you need and want. This stone promotes an awareness of inner abundance and the knowledge that abundance comes only from within. Peacock ore supports financial and material security, inner peace in a material world, and gratitude for what you have. Now, that's just a short overview of what peacock ore can do. It also is a good crystal for your life force. And we were talking about how some of you were feeling drained. This can help you with that. It can reignite your Agni, which is your fire, your spiritual fire. Now, moving forward into the blue kyanite, and as I stated before, once I get into the crystal series, you guys, we'll delve deeper into what these crystals can do and what you can use them for, okay? But, hey, Nelly, but this blue kyanite really spoke volumes to me. And it's simple. It's just like a powder blue with a little bit of translucent colored crystals over it, and it looks like a slab. It looks like, you know, a rock almost, just a slab. And of course it is a stone, I understand that, but I'm just saying like a mountainous rock, the way that it is formed. And with blue kyanite, it's interesting. And I'm going to get to the good part with these. Kyanite. And that's awesome that you have this already, Faye. You're already ahead of the game, sweetie. So the zodiac signs associated with this crystal, and maybe this has some significance for you guys out there. We have Aries, Taurus, and Libra. And that's very interesting because what I'm going to be discussing with you today involves an Aries. A few Arieses, actually. So, kyanite is an excellent stone for meditation and attunement. It will not retain negative vibrations or energy, therefore never requiring clearing. Kyanite aligns all chakras and subtle bodies instantly. It provides balance of yin-yang energy and dispels blockages, moving energy gently through the physical body. Kyanite has a calming effect on the whole being, bringing tranquility. It encourages psychic abilities and communication on all levels. It drives away anger, frustration, confusion, and stress, and helps to provide a capacity for linear and logical thought. Kyanite provides a stimulating energy, encouraging perseverance in and support of activities and situations which would normally reduce one's strength. And remember, we talked about when the devil appears, we shall persevere. It's interesting how that ties together. It can help when connecting to your spirit guides. Kyanite induces dream recall and can promote healing dreams. And that's where we're going to stop with that one. So you saw it in the title. The truth and healing dreams. So some of us may have found our truth or the truth of another through our dreams. Hello, Mystery Marie. Welcome to the Lotus Squad and welcome to the live stream. For those of you that do not have this crystal, I suggest that you guys at least go and invest in getting one. You know, it doesn't have to be a big piece. One piece will suffice. But blue kyanite, I mean, you've heard the metaphysical properties. And so, like I said, the timing, you guys, we were discussing when the devil appears, we shall persevere. And I get this in the mail and I decide to sleep with it. I always sleep with specific crystals. I won't get into the whole spiel at this moment. Hell, that within itself could be a video. But hello, Jill. Welcome to the Lotus Squad and welcome to the live stream. And usually I'll find my crystals through Etsy.com. I like the prices there, and it's interesting just to support small businesses and independent businesses. Not to mention they have a lot of awesome little knickknacks there as well. So I tend to find mine there, and they have good prices as well. I find that certain places that are bigger and more known, they have a tendency to be overpriced, especially with the small size of certain crystals. So I choose to try and get more bang for my buck. As for my bracelets, I get the metaphysical beads that I'm searching at the time and I make them myself. So these are custom designs. I just get the beads that I'm interested in at the time and I make something of them, which kind of leads me into the whole giveaway idea. I will be making bracelets such as these. They probably won't be as fancy. You know, I've added little knickknacks that I had laying around. You know, the hematite skull, labradorite slab, stuff like that. But yes, I am thinking about selling them. And once I have my Etsy shop completely set up, I will go ahead and share that with you guys. Okay. So this blue kyanite, when I went to sleep with it, I had two specific dreams. It was one when I was sleeping in the evening and one when I took a nap with it. And like one of my viewers here has stated before, they used to not dream and now they do. That seemed to happen to me when I started smoking. And I've always wondered why that was that way. But I figured maybe there was some correlation to suppressing said dreams when we do those things, drinking, smoking, things of that nature. Not saying that it's all bad, especially when used in moderation, but the point being is dream recall. You know, sometimes, you know, we can even get so low in vibration to where we can block the ability to recall our dreams. And so this is very helpful for that. And I've never had a piece of kyanite before. And now that I have one, I am intrigued and amazed at the strength of such a small piece and the significance that it has on my dreams. Now, the first dream, and these are going to be little miniature story time, so, you know, strap yourself in. The first dream that I had was about C-SPAN. C-SPAN is an Aries, and I find myself talking a lot about him. I go back and look at my videos and I'm like, wow, you sure do talk about him a lot. And the reason being is because I spent a lot of time with this person. I lived with this person. I lived with his mother. You know, we were staying in his mother's house and we were together for 7 years. And although it was rocky as hell, that was one relationship where I really felt like that was the person for me. And I had found my twin, my true twin flame. And although I don't like to admit that, it is the truth. And with this little piece of kyanite, I had a dream with C-SPAN in it. Mind you, I have not dreamed of C-SPAN in over a year now because I have already gotten over most of the trauma. I worked through my pain. It's not all gone, but I dreamt about him. And it was an interesting dream, because it was so faint that I can't quite remember where we were, what we were doing, but I do remember what I felt. It was like I was recognizing my twin in the dream realm, and I was happy to see them regardless of all of the hurt that we may have caused each other. Then my dream transitioned into another person, and his story time name is Legs. So he's in one of my videos, actually. I think the title was Moving On to Greener Pastures, and that's Legs. And I think Legs is a soulmate, personally. Okay, I don't think that he's necessarily my twin. I just think he's a soulmate, because when we met, we spent over 12 hours of just sitting together, smoking, and speaking on philosophical topics that I didn't think anyone else shared with me. And so that's the impact with Legs. You know, we've known each other for about 8 going on 9 years. But I know that now, unfortunately, Legs is not the Legs that I met in the beginning. Same with C-SPAN. Okay. But with Legs, the dream that I had, where the dream transitioned, it was a very sexual and lusty dream. And I'll just leave it like that. And we usually don't, we don't do anything like that. If anything, we'll just chill together. He'll sleep, or we'll, we'll do our thing. We'll talk, listen to music, what we usually do, what we've done since we first met. And so, and I've never ever dreamt of legs in the entire time that I've known him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never, I don't think I was ever really connected like that. But I dreamt about him. And like I said, it was very lusty. But I didn't think that, I think that someone was an imposter here. Oh. C-SPAN never liked the fact that I talked to legs. I remember we got in a big fight about the way that he felt like I was talking to legs. And he got mad and he broke some of my things. He broke my hookah. He threw my phone, the same shit he's always done. He's a very destructive person. Again, they're both Arieses, by the way. C-SPAN and legs are both Arieses. And so I remember he used to really be jealous of legs. And I don't know what he felt in our connection, but it must have been something serious, because he was not having it. We broke up over legs. And as I'm telling you guys this, it's weird. It's like, wow, I'm starting to understand the deeper meaning. He's always been jealous. And I feel like right now the divine feminine and the divine masculine, either or, someone in that relationship will be experiencing intense jealousy. And that was his person that he was jealous of. I can't believe I didn't put this together until now. But anyways, in the dream, it really didn't last very long. And I was actually confused. And I'd woken up in the middle of our part of the dream, me and legs. And I was confused. I was drained. I was upset. I think in some way I picked up on some of the energies of C-SPAN, my twin. Now, hey, Mike, now when I took a nap, moving on to the next dream, this is like intense healing, you guys. I feel like in some way, some of you guys may be having some dreams that you may not be able to interpret immediately, but once you are able to interpret them, they have the potential to incite intense healing. Now, the second dream. This dream actually had someone in it that I talked about in the peg leg and wishy-washy, Bobo and all that. If you guys want to go check out that story time, you guys, oh, thank you so much. I'm Dylan. That's really sweet. And I used to want to model, but I kind of gave that dream up because I have piercings and tattoos. So I used to want to do runway. But the second dream, thank you so much, by the way. That's really sweet. That's really sweet. The second dream had who I was jealous of, who I've always been jealous of. And in the story of the peg leg and wishy-washy and all of those, her name is Ratchet. Okay? Go watch the story and you'll see why she's Ratchet. But she was the one that C-SPAN cheated on me with, and she was actually one of the girls that I was dating at one point in time while I was dating C-SPAN. And yes, I do love men and women. The ladies always seem to be a weak spot for me, but moving on. So she was someone that I felt like was my divine feminine. But unfortunately, we met at a time where our addictions threatened to consume us. Let's just put it that way. This was all during a time where, and I'm just going to be transparent with everyone here, and if you guys decide to leave my channel because of this, then you guys weren't real supporters to begin with. But I've had a horrible battle with speed. And it's not something I'm proud of, but I will say this: don't ever touch it. Don't ever hang with anybody who touches it. I knew people who did tar, people that I loved deeply. But unfortunately, we all have choices. Choosing and chose. Remember how we were talking about that? Choose and chose. And so it'll lead you down a dark path. And sometimes it'll create relationships and connections there with certain people that will break your heart. So this was all during this time, and it's interesting how it's all coming out right now. I'm unafraid to share this with you. Matter of fact, I wanted to make a video on it where I wrote a letter to that and said goodbye, basically, almost like it was a goodbye love letter. But anyways, moving forward. So the second dream I had was with my divine feminine, the one that C-SPAN cheated on me with, the one that he lied to me about cheating on me with for about over a year. But I wouldn't let up, and I finally found some evidence, and his friends came back and told me everything. Her friends came back and told me everything. And I just knew that these people were not of the same social circles. And so there was no way that these people had the same story verbatim, yet not know each other. So I just knew. And so I had a dream with her in it. And the dream was me driving to C-SPAN's mom's house. And I'm calling him and I'm calling him and he's not answering. And I just remember that Ratchet was sitting beside me. And I could tell, I could feel that her concern for both of us was fake. And I could tell that she was interested. But it was like a silent understanding. I tried to ignore it. And I could tell that she was just excited to see him, but she had no care in the world about the fact that he wasn't answering me. And that I was worried about him and that I was hurting. I don't think that I ever got to see C-SPAN in that dream, but I talked to him. And I was asking where he was. And I just remember she kept looking at me, hoping to hear some news of her or us being able to see him. And I think a part of me is still hurt about that. And so wow. So I'm so sorry. And there you have the title, Healing Dreams. Yes, I may be crying, but I don't really think that I allowed myself to feel that. And all of this was going on during the time where I'd lost my grandfather. And that's where I spiraled out of control, because that was the one family member that I really felt like truly gave me what it was that I needed from my parents. And so I was having a really hard time with that. I was feeling guilty that I was allowing my to me. And although my grandfather understood because he went through the same thing, I was still ashamed and I was still guilty for that. And at the same time, I was dealing with heartbreak and all of these different things. And so I used that drug that I mentioned earlier and other vices to try and mask the pain of all of these different losses. I've talked about the situation with our child and how that went and how that was a part of my pain. And so I feel like I've worked through some of those things, but not all. And that goes right back to the title of Healing Dreams. And so because as I'm sitting here crying, I want y'all to look at what my hand knocked out of the deck. We have the Chariot, the Sun, and the King of Swords. This is awesome. We're on fire, right? The sun's setting the shit on fire, right? The truth, the sun, the truth. Wow. This is intense. I did not expect to get all of this out. But I think that was the only person, or the only people rather, that, you know, I loved. I loved with every fiber of my being. We have a card flipping here. You guys, this is too much. This is too merch. I don't know why I like that. It's too merch. In a good way. I'm going to show you guys what's come out. Wow. I feel like through our dreams, and for those of you that are having trouble with dream recall and having trouble with, you know, healing, please go out, get some blue kyanite. I'll go ahead and share my collection with you guys, and maybe through my collection you could find some things that could benefit you. And this peacock ore. Jerica, yes. I'm wary on sharing that story. I don't want to get too sad. You know what I mean? I don't want to get too sad here. But C-SPAN thought that the child was not his. even though we lived together and I was always with him. He used to go out with me when we were dancing, you know, or when I wanted to go out and dance. I would always like beg him to come out, and sometimes he just didn't feel like it. So I'd go with my homegirls, you know, or, you know, if he ever wanted to go out with me, then he'd go out with me. He used to take pictures of me dancing. I used to be a go-go dancer, you know, in my rave days and my clubbing days. And that was something that I dreamt of doing as well. You know, modeling and dancing were two dreams that I wanted to do, and I still love to do it. And he used to come with me. He was always with me, you know. I don't know how, I mean, honey, we were like rabbits, and I'll leave it like that. We were like rabbits. And so I don't see how he could have thought that, but he's dealt with past situations where he's dealt with that, and I guess his fears and insecurities from that past you know, really leaked into the relationship. My own insecurities from my past and different traumas from, you know, our childhoods. You know, it caused a lot. It caused a lot of complications. And I didn't plan on doing a Celtic cross, but we're going to do it. My hands just automatically set it up, and I didn't even realize what I was doing. That's so funny. So okay. Okay. The cards are telling me what to do today. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. Okay. Wow. So let's get into this. Funny how things are so synchronistic, Jerica. And Spiritual Angel, hello. You just missed out on some explosive stuff, sweetie. You know, you got to start coming here on time. You know, you got to start picking up the pace. You know? I'm very disappointed in you, Spiritual Angel. I'm just playing. I'm trying to lighten up the vibes. But seriously, though, there are some things I shared. If you are interested or if you care at all, you know, go ahead and back it up a little bit. But, you know, you can always do that later, too. All I can say, though, is it gets better. It gets better. Right now, the overall energy, some of us water signs, or maybe you have water somewhere in your chart. Queen of Cups reversed, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of hurt here. We already talked about that, didn't we? Ace of Cups reversed. It's all here. There's something that we are still healing from. And it's been a struggle to heal from this. It's been creating a lot of blockages with our heart, our solar, and our sacral chakras. This pain that we've been harboring, any anger. Personally, I feel like this is just sadness. We're feeling drained here. Blocked. We gave all the love that we had here. Now we've run dry. We're not taking any new offers here for sure because of this. You know, I could always bring up the whole drinking thing and, you know, codependency, because that's what the chalices reversed represent. But sometimes I've found, you know, through my relapses, yes, I have relapsed. I'm not afraid to admit that. But through those relapses, I found myself once again. And I found my inner strength. I identified why. When you start asking yourself, why am I drinking? Why am I doing this? Why am I indulging in this vice or that vice? When you start asking yourself that, then it really starts to make you think. And it starts to get scary when you can't answer that question. So then it'll send you on this mission to try and figure out that answer. And in doing so, don't beat yourself up when you go back to certain vices, but remember to regain your center, because it's only draining you further. It's only prolonging the inevitable when it comes to these emotions. And I saw someone mention that, yes, it is coming from our exes. It is coming from people that, you know, we may have hurt, or who may have hurt us, or we have hurt each other, or what have you. Yes, it's coming from everywhere, but let's go ahead and get down to the real truth. There are things that we are still subconsciously hurting over. We didn't even realize that we didn't release all of the emotions. We didn't realize that every time we took that drink, or every time we took that hit, we were just suppressing it more and more, making it harder and harder to reach. And again, this is not judgment, because I've been there. And I am myself in recovery. It starts with being honest with the self, the truth. Tell the truth. It's okay to still hurt. We've taken on a lot of insecurities, or we may have been victim to our own insecurities, or the insecurities of others, or hell, all of the above. That's all the storylines. I try not to leave the cross watchers out, you know, or whatever. Everyone's insecurities has gotten in the way in some way. Everyone's been closed off because of past hurts. Some of us could be dealing with mommy issues. Some of us could be dealing with daddy issues. Some of us could be dealing with mommy and daddy issues. That's why we go back to the bottle. That's why we go back and get that hit. That's why we stay in codependent relationships. Tell the truth. We're still hurt, and it's okay to still hurt. See, the thing is, we get caught up in what we think we should be. We get caught up in the way of thinking, wow, this is how things should be. But we're wrong. We'll never have all the answers, but we have the answers for ourselves. It's time to go through this with a sober mind, no matter how painful it is. Admit that to yourself. I had to admit it to myself. Hell yeah, I took another hit so I didn't have to feel all these emotions around me and inside of me. See, some of us are contending with empathy. abilities of an empath. Not only are we going through our own pain and healing, but we're picking up on everybody else's misery and pain and trauma and so on and so forth. And in order for us to not heal that, we try to stuff it down, drown it out, distract ourselves, not feel. Even though we full well are feeling everything every time we reach for that bottle or that hit or what have you. It's funny how it's so paradoxical in nature. Some of us could have been dealing with a mother who created codependent energy because this woman was always financially codependent, used to stay with men, or maybe we could have, a situation where this was our example. Money over everything type of consciousness. This is someone we may have dealt with, a mother that was always at work, never had time to be able to nurture. Some of us could have been dealing with someone that was angry in the home, an angry mother, an insecure mother. Some of us could be empathic and we could be taking on our parents' energy and trauma as well as our own. Keep that in mind, guys. Tell the truth. We wish that we could make things right or heal things, but we can't do it by ourselves. And that's what we have been trying to do for so very long. Someone that, again, money over everything. She would stick with men that were verbally abusive or emotionally abusive, maybe did something to the children. And the mother stayed because she was financially supported. I'm sorry, guys, this is getting thick, but again, I'm not going to keep anything from you. I'm going to tell you what I see. If we never face the truth, we never find the light at the end of the tunnel. Now some of us are throwing ourselves into work. Our new addiction, becoming workaholics, just to avoid having to confront some very real, very raw emotion. I bet you we could all look back at our childhood and realize that the codependency, the abuse, the insecurity has been instilled. We have been conditioned to these ways of thinking, ways of living through our family. And that's not to place blame on any one person or thing. We're all adults. We all make decisions. Remember, choose and chose. You know what I'm saying? You see, I should be a damn comedian because I can always bring it right back around like they do. But anyways, enough tooting of my own horn. Okay. This is all about choice, choosing. What have we chosen? Other people's choices that may have affected us. We got to go back to the root. Turn this Ace of Cups right side up. Some of us could be dealing with a Cancer specifically, or a Pisces or a Scorpio, as stated before. Some of us could be dealing with a Leo, or I see Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here as well. We are triumphant, but we have to work through these emotions. We have to process things one step at a time, one day at a time. If you constantly rush yourself to heal, you will only be hurting yourself more, putting undue stress and pressure on yourself. Let everything unfold naturally, but do so with a sober mind. And I'm so sorry to see that, Mike Easy. My heart goes out to you. I've got a lot of love for each and every single one of you guys that always come back and listen. A special love. I can feel y'all, whether y'all believe it or not, which I know that y'all know what I'm talking about. But I'm connected to you guys now, and that's just it. This is the motherfucking Lotus Squad. Think of the lotus flower. Think of the conditions that it blossoms out of. It's in lakes and ponds, in mud, and it still rises out of that, beautiful and pure. So remember that, Mike, and remember that, all of you. That's why I'm called Mistress Lotus. Not to mention, my name is Kamala, which is a Hindu goddess of creation, beauty, fertility, wealth. You know what I'm saying? You know. And she was also referred to as, you know, Mistress Kamala or Mistress Lotus. And I think Mistress Lotus sounds better. And the name within itself, Kamala, means she of the lotus. So yeah, y'all are starting to understand what this whole channel and brand is about. People are turned off by the mistress part, but see, they're missing the point. They're missing the point. But that's okay, because maybe it was meant for them to miss it. They're not ready. They're not ready for the things that we talk about in here. Because it will shake your world up. It'll shake you out of the illusion so quick, you'll be pissed at me for saying anything. But I will say this, though. Going back to that title. Tell the truth. King of Swords. As we are purging and as we are healing, I see that we are indeed speaking our truth. We may receive communication. Someone wants to come in. It could be someone where we are, no longer speaking, or someone where, we may have put a halt to things, or someone that we considered a friend. We could be receiving communication from this person. We are starting to come across allies, those that will tell us the truth, those that are clear and concise and direct, as we are with them. And remember, I mentioned some of those signs associated with blue kyanite. Aries, Libra, and Taurus. Some of us could be dealing with those signs for sure, especially Libra for those dealing with air. But whatever sadness that we may be feeling, whatever darkness that we are emerging out of, allow the pain to wash over you so you can release it fully. If you hold it in forever, you will never be healed. It's okay to cry. It's okay to say you need help. It's okay to say that you feel lost or that you're hurting. But keep in mind that everything that we release is only temporary. We're looking at all of the lost relationships along the way, all of the people that we have liberated ourselves from, all of the relationships, all of the environments, all of the things that we have liberated ourselves from and will be liberating ourselves from. As we think back on all of these things, we finally come back to this. This has been coming out every single time I've done the collectives. When I mentioned 333, 444, 222, This is a sign that we are meant to rise to our higher calling. This is our time to reach our full potential, but the 333 especially speaks of the Holy Trinity. We must get to a point where mind, body, and spirit remains aligned. Then we will remove the blockages and we will be able to manifest a lot easier and a lot faster. Eight of Wands. Someone may be unblocking the other. Someone's moving in swiftly, quickly. Some of us are planning to travel. Maybe go by the beach. Go to Paris. Go see Spain, Germany, Cuba. I mean, once this takes off, there is no looking back. Hey, sweetie. Hey, Laura. I know you're a lot late, baby, but I don't hold it against you. I just suggest that you go watch the replay, honey. There might be something in it for you. I'm going to just leave it like that. But all of these angel numbers that we're seeing, once we start to understand what they're saying, what our angels are saying to us, this could even be psychic downloads. Angels starting to move in with more data for us to process. I look at the brain as a supercomputer. And y'all know your girl loves computers. I'm in school for cybersecurity, so, you know, absolutely love technology. But it correlates with the structure of our body, the central nervous system, the functions of all of the organs. But the brain itself is a supercomputer. And with all of these psychic downloads, it could be causing a lot of anxiousness that we're trying to move away from. Some of these thoughts are not our own. Some of these feelings are not our own. Some of these fears are unfounded. There's no need to fear. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. There's so much anxiety here. I feel the pain in this image. It brings us to our knees. These are the foundations here. So going all the way back to our childhood, on through now, we're taking a closer look at everything. Thinking back on everything that everyone ever said to us, everything that we've ever said, things that we may regret not saying. Unable to rest. And I like how I see 19, 19, and 199. That's interesting for the super chat earlier. there's been a time where I've been seeing 911 for a long time before it moved into 333, 444, things like that, 555, so on and so forth. This is the final night for those of us dealing with sleepless nights. This shall be the final evening of this. Once we completely purge the emotions and we identify which emotion is ours and which ones aren't, we'll be able to get through this. We'll be able to finally be at ease. Again, we'll be able to manifest abundance. We realize comes from within. We must work on that first in order for us to attract it and to manifest it. Therefore, aligning mind, body, and spirit, healing and purging any of these emotions that we have allowed to be pushed down with every drink or every puff. Once we come out of that, we can start to release. The flow will be a lot smoother. And then we can get reacquainted with our manifestation abilities. There are a lot of people that oppose what it is that we are trying to do in our lives right now. We may have dealt with a lot of people that have been defensive when all we have tried to do is give our love. There are people outside of us that are really hesitant to say, I'm sorry. But now the paranoia is starting to catch up to them. Because they know what they've done. They know that the darkness that they allowed themselves to be a part of is now threatening to take over if they don't do something to change soon. There's a lot of chaos surrounding everyone at this point in time. I feel like we're picking up on it because it's so intense for them. We've stopped putting time into these relationships, things that no longer provide us with the happiness we desire. We have stopped putting time into this, and now everyone is feeling the heat. It's leaving them to their own darkness. It's leaving them to go back and think about all of the things that they have done and said to try and hurt the other person or to try and tear the other person down. But by us not putting any more time into this, we've avoided a disaster. But our fears of this change, our fears of having to start over completely, threatens to consume us. But again, there's no need to fear. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. We've come out of multiple tower moments, either from telling the truth or being told the truth. Hell, it could be both. But while we're sitting here, the world on our shoulders, usually I like to make this a funny card, you know. Fuck this cup, fuck that cup. But right now, we're purging. We see that we have been gaslit throughout the years. We have been deceived. Those that we have grown to know or have even grown up with, they weren't who we thought they were. And this causes a lot of confusion. It leads us to start questioning ourselves. Well, is it my fault? Could I have done something to prevent this? Then we start with the blaming ourselves. Remember how I mentioned earlier those stories about C-SPAN and just how everything turned out in the dreams that were associated with these emotions? Now we're starting to come across new people here, aka Lotus Squad, and we're all able to celebrate each other. Celebrate this moving on, moving into a new chapter. But any situation where we have been triangulated, it's okay to still be hurt about it. You may feel defeated, but we are not defeated. The loss that came of this, everyone involved, ended up having to walk away from the situation because the betrayal was so great, and because there was one person in particular that knows that they did wrong, that did the triangulating, that only wanted to win. They didn't care that we were on our knees begging for mercy. They didn't care. Look at this. We're here on our knees, and they don't even care that they're throwing the final blow. There's been a lot of fighting, bitter struggles, bitter conflicts. And that could be on everybody's minds. Personally, I would say, oh yeah, we're only picking up on, what they're feeling, but tell the truth. We're feeling what we're feeling and what everybody else is feeling. We are still recovering. And it's funny, we see the world reversed down here. There's a lack of closure, you guys, as we are in recovery here. Our spirit guides are communicating with us here. In the dream realm, they are communicating with us. Pay attention. But spiritually, we are so tired. We're feeling so broken right now, and it's time to rest. Be still and listen to what our ancestors and our angels are trying to tell us. Open your mind to a world of possibilities by speaking your truth. Tell the truth, even if it hurts. If you got to reach out and tell someone the truth, do it. Even if they don't respond, even if they respond in a hostile manner. The minute you see hostility, block it. But you need to tell the truth. Or you're going to hold that in for so long, and it's going to drag you down. Someone eventually is going to reach out to us, or we will have to be the ones to reach out to them to incite healing. Any physical illness in the family, any worries of money, we will get communication that we are recovering financial stability here. Our family members are recovering. They're doing better. They're in remission. Even to those of us dealing with addiction. Some of us may decide to go to rehab. Go talk to a counselor. But I do see Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. Some of us could have some of these signs in our chart where we're feeling like we don't have closure, and we could be dealing with some of these signs that I've already listed before. They could be feeling the same way. But I bet you someone's too stubborn and prideful to admit it. Because we have not yet spoken our truth in some way here for some of us. I bet you some of y'all are like, no, but I did tell the truth. There's something that you didn't say. There's something that you need to say that you may feel like is pointless to say, but you need to say it. Tell the truth. The Knight of Wands, yeah. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. Someone's going to try and come in here. And that's so funny how I was thinking about the Arieses in my life. That's really funny. You don't have to know now, Blackfire. You guys, just take from the readings what you can get. It'll come to you eventually. You don't have to figure it all out now. Just listen. You know, not to be mean. I'm just saying. Sometimes I'll look at something and be like, I don't know what could be causing this. And then later on in the day, it's like, well, damn, there it is. And you'll think back, damn, you know, okay, now I see. So sometimes it just hadn't gotten there yet. But somebody is definitely coming in. Any travel plans that we have, there's so much success behind this move. It is unreal. It is such a beautiful energy. Anyone looking for work, you will find work. Some of you may be getting a phone call about, hey, you want to come in for an interview, and we're traveling to go to that interview, and then we find that things are successful. We have a new job. Something even better than we've had throughout the years. But speaking of people, I do see this knight wanting to come in. Five of Cups reversed. Acceptance. Once we get over the crying, once we get through, you know, the heaviness, once we rest, replenish our energy, try and heal through our dreams. This is what we reach, acceptance. Acceptance that we have gone our separate ways. No longer are we looking at the losses. We're looking at the gains. Ooh. goodness. You can also use lepidolite for anxiety. This works for people with PTSD, epilepsy, depression, bipolar disorder, anxiety. This has lithium in it, so it can really help if you're looking for another crystal to help you with that as a side note. But I will say this Six of Wands is looking real nice. There are a lot of people that have been watching us, and they are starting to give us, you know, our accolades. Hey, good job. Or, hey, I see you're doing a lot better. You know, this is all about triumph. We have two cards here about success and triumph over all of these things that we are currently going through. Hang on, rest. We must accept when other people are not ready to forgive, when other people are not ready to discuss. And we must accept that we have control only over ourselves. And in taking back our control, taking back the reins, we start to see success. Everyone sees that we are victorious. If you've been feeling like you weren't able to make progress, just wait. I remember C-SPAN used to tell me patience is the key, right? I know he's right, but that's so damn cliche. But it's true. The moon reversed. So Piscean energy coming here. Yeah, there is a lot that we are downloading psychically right now. Jerica, when I read your message just now, I felt a surge of energy in my heart. I don't know what that means. But all I know is everyone involved is not happy with the way things have gone. There's so much fear because of all of the deception to reach out. Someone's afraid to love again. Someone's afraid to tell the truth. Someone's not really saying how they really feel. Our intuition is intensifying, being strengthened and reinforced. Oh my God. Now, didn't I just tell y'all that C-SPAN and legs were Aries? Didn't I just get through saying that? Didn't I? And remember who we've been seeing a lot of lately? Are you fucking serious? Yo, if you need to tell the truth, you need to tell the truth. You need to tell me what you need to tell me then. Don't just sit up here in the corner and be angry and prideful. See what I'm talking about? Pride. Their arrogance has led them to believe that they were right, but I bet you lessons over the years, I bet you even over their lifetime, they realize, wow, maybe I might be wrong about some things. But this is a narcissistic card. How can I allow myself to go back to someone that is like this? You won't tell the truth. You won't admit. You won't even admit it to yourself. Lie and deny. Lie and deny. They don't know why they lie and deny. And they're certainly not trying to figure it out either. Daddy over here off. He wanted to be the reason why everything was going so well. You know. They always want to control things, you know, which is why they lie and deny. But they realize that they are themselves out of control. He won't tell the truth. Gemini energy coming up here. Someone just used this sign for sex, or this person was doing something, you know. 655, interesting. All the conflict bred from this here, third-party situations. Being self-serving. Maybe they're looking at themselves finally. I mean, that might be a tall order, especially when it comes to narcissists, but maybe they might really be looking at themselves now. It could be more spiritual than anything else. They have no choice but to look at themselves now. This person had no clue what they felt because they always deny their feelings. So they find love through sex, but they realize that that doesn't get them anywhere. If anything, because of their pursuit of that, they ended up losing everybody. So now we're at a crossroad here, and we've already went down that new path. We've already talked about that. But now I feel like they're being faced with the same crossroad. What do you do now? Do you continue to do the messed up things that you've been doing? I feel like somebody is so obsessed with their appearances, because I see he's all decked out and all these jewels, and, you know, his kingdom is just all, you know, wow, you know, impressive. And, you know, he's like, yeah, I got all the shit. I got all the money. You know, I got all this. I got all the ladies, the cars, you know, I got it all. Deep down that they really don't have shit. Knowing deep down that they're still struggling spiritually and emotionally. But I'll tell you this, you guys. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't know who wants a one-question reading. But to whoever wants a one-question reading, go ahead and get in where you fit in, y'all, because I see this 10 of Pentacles. We're all going to be making some money here, especially when it comes to looking for work. Look at this. It's clarifying the Starman. We're manifesting money. We're manifesting stability, new homes, real commitment. Someone wants a family here. The white picket fence. Some people may have given up on that idea, but there are those of us that are now reclaiming our power. We are retrieving our soul pieces. We are replenishing ourselves with love and light. Once we have been able to manifest tenfold, Ace of Wands, for those of you doing creative things here, keep doing what you're doing. Continue to take action on every idea that has been in its gestation period here. And you will start to see other people recognize you for your talents. But we must take time to rest. We must take time to heal and purge any sadness, hurt, And I mean this on a subconscious level. You may have done so consciously, but subconscious is a whole different ball game. And that is 95% of our brain's function is through the subconscious. People don't realize that. So you think that you cleared some stuff, but you probably didn't. Because I've realized that I thought I cleared some stuff. It was consciously, it wasn't subconsciously. Someone wants children, you know, I mean, you know, they're feeling inspired, you know. Yeah, the Seven of Wands reversed. I see you, Jerica, but I just don't want to see that. I mean, you can, I'm not trying to tell you what to say, but I'm trying to not take it too much to heart because, you know, hold on, you guys. My damn alarm, hold up, shit. You know, but, yeah, we've dealt with a lot of opposition, seriously. And we've had to give it up. We've had to give up trying to make other people see where we're coming from or trying to make them see we're just trying to help or just trying to get our justice. We're just being fair here. But we've given up on trying to do this. And there could be some communication coming in where we just realize it's just, we're not going to see eye to eye. I mean, look at this. We are standing right in the center where we need to be. Any legal issues, you guys, like I said, I've been saying this, we will be victorious in custody battles, settlements, divorces, things like that. We will come out on the winning end of this. If we were wronged, if we, you know, were the ones that were betrayed, dealing with narcissism, things like that, we will be on the winning end of that. Money will start to flow in. We will win that settlement. We will win that case. We could be stressing about that too, the outcome. But don't worry. Oh, goodness, don't worry. My rainbow fluorite obelisk is doing its own thing over here. But we're going to put this back over here. But this fourth chalice, you know, we're you know, everybody involved is feeling this way. This is in the foundation. So I feel like this applies to everyone. Home, family, relationships, all of these different things. I feel like everyone that we have ever given our heart to, they somehow are still attached to us through spiritual cords, soul cords. We need to sever those. We need to reach out to our angels to sever that. Someone is stressing out and anxious because we are apathetic to them. And they know that they have no one else to blame but themselves. They ended up missing an opportunity. They were blocked. And it's because someone else's insecurities ended up getting in the way. They said a lot of bitter things. So now, the person that has been doing the wrongdoing, now they're on the losing end. Someone's left confused here because we are not hurt and you know, a bumbling mess like we used to be. Yeah, we may still be hurting and purging. That's, I mean, that's human nature, but The point is, we are not broken to the point to where we are unable to carry on what it is that we have going on for ourselves. We're still taking care of ourselves. We're still taking care of our business. We are still moving forward, even though it hurts. There's a song, and I'm going to play it for y'all in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to play it for y'all in a little bit. But I really feel like this could be helpful for some of you guys. I listen to this song every now and again, you know. I listen to this song every now and again, and, you know, found it on GTA 5. One of my all-time favorite games. I need to get back into making those videos. Guys, if you didn't know I did gaming videos, I am doing my thing where I'm doing skits. I haven't done it in a few months because I took a break from it while I was taking a break from this channel too. And I just never picked it back up just because, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little intimidated by the other people that make some really good cinematic like GTA 5 skits. But plus I only had PS3 and blah, blah, blah. But if you guys want to check that out, that's always linked in the description box below. Or you can just look up Mistress Lotus Gaming. And some of the shit that I started with, you know, I got a little deathmatch montage. It's pretty good, you know, and I have my song in the background. And then I have a couple of skits that I personally think are pretty funny. So, you know, you can go check it out if you like. But I will say this, though, back to what we were saying about the reading. 2020, you know. Yeah, you know, this person knows that they caused a lot of unhappiness. Someone's watching us for sure from the sidelines. They don't want to be seen, because then it would mean that they have to admit that the person that they have been towards us and towards other people has been less than desirable. Thank you, Yardy Cray. I appreciate that. Please do subscribe. Well, let's put it this way. Yes, do narcs have emotions? Well, there are also, you know, narcissism is a spectrum. It's a spectrum. And it depends on what level they lie on that spectrum. But regardless of that, for our sanity and for us to be able to heal from codependent relationships, we need not be associated with anyone who has any sort of narcissistic trait. Now, granted, everyone has narcissistic traits, in case y'all didn't know that, you know. But again, it's a spectrum. If you can self-reflect, if you can hold yourself accountable, you know, then you don't fall on that extreme end of that spectrum. You get what I'm saying? But this here, you know, there's a lot of unhappiness from, you know, for everyone involved. You know, there were a lot of losses that came of these endings. But there's someone that's trying to drink the pain away, you know. They're drinking the pain away, and that's why they're not saying anything, because they're trying to drown it out. They're trying to prevent or prolong having to look at themselves. Okay, tell the truth. Somebody's not telling the truth. Somebody needs rehab, I'm telling you. Somebody needs rehab. But they'll never admit that. That'll shatter their deluded perfection, you know, perfectionist complex of who they should be and who they appear to be in their own. They're not happy. I'll tell you that right now. If they triangulated us, they're dealing with a breakup. They're sad. They're trying to drown it out. They can't run to us anymore. You know, they see that we're still getting, you know, we're getting recognized for who we truly are. Who's, you know what I mean? People are now seeing who was at fault. And they realize that all the smearing campaigns and all of that, it's not working anymore. So now they've got to hide. They've got to hide. Love it. Queen of Pentacles. I didn't even get to shuffling yet. And she was like, oh no, girl, you better tell everybody I'm here. All right, baby. We got some earth energy coming up. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I really feel like, ooh, let's see what this is. Oh. I'll say this. We are nurturing, but be careful not to waste it on people that are deceptive. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy coming up here. People are deceptive. They told lies about themselves when we first met, and now we're just starting to find out those lies. Tell the truth. Somebody's codependent. They need to be needed, or they need other people that need them to feel like they matter. And that's why they can't have healthy relationships. They need to be needed at all times. And now that they see that we don't need them, now that they see that we are nurturing and abundant and we have opportunities coming to us on our own without needing anyone, not only are they jealous of that, but they're upset that we don't need them anymore. But see, they have a very distorted perception of love at this point. Love is not about codependency. Love is about allowing the other person to be the individual, allowing them to be independent, who they are, but being who you are together. Just because somebody doesn't need you to put their bib on and wipe up their spittle and burp them, you know, I mean, we're not babies, you know. Somebody is codependent on their mother, you know, and always has been codependent upon their mother. So that's another reason why they can't have healthy relationships, because their mother and their parents always seem to get their hand involved in what they're doing and who they're doing it with. They won't admit that they're jealous of what we are able to do and what we have been able to do without them. Their lies have not worked. Now they're upset because we've grown cold to their lies and games and manipulations. Well, that's her loss. Isn't that sad? They'd rather be like this and lie about who they are, destroying the relationship before it could even be started. You feel what I'm saying? That's why they won't tell the truth. They won't admit that they have been stuck. They won't admit that they have grown bored of their own lives, of the way that they're leading their lives. They won't admit that their laziness and inaction is the cause of all of these unstable and broken relationships, all of these burned bridges. Stagnance in the family. People aren't changing. People are definitely not even considering changing. Some of us may have felt stagnant for a long time financially. And now we're just now starting to see, or we will be seeing very soon, success and money come in. Yeah, some of us definitely could be dealing with a Taurus here, someone that stepped outside of the relationship, or someone here that we have broken up with. We used to live with this person. Now we're no longer living together. We're not chasing them anymore like we used to. And it's funny because I was dealing with I was dealing with two Virgos too. Caracas and fraudulent. And irrelevant was the Taurus. But we're not going to talk about them because I'm so over that mess. They wish that they could be on the level of being able to hurt me the way that C-SPAN has, and I'll just leave it at that. They're like cucarachas. la cucaracha, get your ass up out my face. La cucaracha, stay your ass up in your place, bitch. Okay, so anyways, the star, that's Mistress Lotus remix. Everybody can go find that on iTunes. Go check that out. You know, I'll be here all week. You feel me? You feel me? But this right here, the star and the Four of Pentacles, we've closed ourselves off. We're not doing the things that we used to do. We're not, getting hurt and falling all over ourselves the way that we used to do. We're working on healing now. We've found peace in closing ourselves off to this situation. We're budgeting better. We're not spending recklessly anymore. We're realizing, if we're not putting our money into things where our money can work for us, we're stopping that. Queen of Swords, Queen and the King here. We got the Queen and the King telling the truth, huh? Tell the truth. Like, I know y'all gonna get tired of hearing me say that. Tell the truth. Somebody needs to tell it. Okay? And now I feel like we are not coming from a place of emotion when we discuss things, when we finally cut ties. Once and for all, cutting spiritual ties, karmic ties, soul ties. By us telling the truth and by us reaching out to our spirit guides. Paying attention to the signs through birds. Do you see hawks? Do you see blue jays? Do you see cardinals? Do you notice owls always peeking out? Do you see butterflies, dragonflies even? And it's just a lot. So much so that you're like, why do I keep seeing all of these? The angel numbers. Reach out to your spirit guides. Reach out to the angels. Ask for assistance to help you through. If you want to stop whatever it is that you're thinking about stopping, let's just put it that way. Let's just generalize it. Reach out. Do what you need to do. But someone's going to try and come in. And we're going to have to put our foot down and speak our truth. If y'all are drinking, if y'all are, indulging in vices, smoking, doing all these different things, it's because fear. You're afraid of facing what you know you're going to have to face eventually. Hey, bitch, has turned to, once again, hey, bitch. Yeah, girl, we at it again. And every time, no, I know, Jericho, don't worry about it, but I'm just saying. There's somebody that needs to hear it, girl. It doesn't just have to be drinking either. You could be hitting a pipe, doing something, that you're not supposed to be doing. That's not healthy. Again, I'm in recovery, so please don't think that I'm passing out judgment because I'm the last person that needs to be judging anybody. I've done the worst of the worst or one of the worst, you know what I mean? So I'm not... There's no reason for me to judge anybody, but I do see that it's affecting us. I'm not going to hide that. Shit, when I used to go back and do what I used to do, it would always leave me feeling like this. Hey, bitch. Sad, dejected, thinking about shit that I don't want to think about anymore. Or when I'm sober again, then everything just comes crashing down. As high as I got, the higher you rise, the harder you fall, right? Yeah, I was flying way too high. I was surpassing Saturn, y'all. And then when I came down, don't feel guilty for relapsing. Don't feel guilty for relapsing. Just know that that's going to be a part of the journey of sobriety. I'm going to put that out there right now. Can't nobody tell me that they've never relapsed. That's been in recovery. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay? So don't let anybody else make you feel guilty. But as long as you're continuing to put forth that effort to allow yourself to tell the truth, are you happy with what you're doing? Is it helping anything? You know, things like that. Then you'll be able to move past this. But right now, I see it's affecting us. And that's a source of our drains. It could be due to us trying to drown out the unhappiness, like I said before, but there's fear. There's fear attached to this. And we will be releasing ourselves. Somebody's coming out of jail, you know, somebody's trying to come through, or somebody got out of jail. There's a lot going on with this. There's a lot going on with this. Because I see this Eight of Swords reversed, and I saw the Justice earlier. Now I'm seeing the Hierophant reversed. And, you know, don't ask why us. Okay? The reason why we go through what we go through is because God knows that we can, anything that he throws at us, we can handle it. That's just it. It's supposed to make us learn and grow. If we didn't have pain, we wouldn't understand pleasure. And we wouldn't have any rainbows without a little rain. Do you hear what I'm saying? So we need to go through trials and tribulations to be able to grow and become better people. If we didn't go through the things that we went through in this lifetime, sweetie, then we wouldn't be the people that we are today. If anything, we probably would have become the narcissist if we didn't go through the things that we went through. And you know what I'm saying? Again, you know, some of these things could be subconscious, you guys. I'm telling you, you don't know what your subconscious mind is. Do you get what I'm saying? Consciously, yes, no fear. Subconsciously, you only can tap into the subconscious mind when you're asleep. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You have no clue. Everything that you watch, TV programming, there's a reason why it's called programming, right? That's only one little piece of the puzzle. You wonder why you feel the way that you do, but go back and look at the things that you watch. Go back and listen to the words in certain songs that we listen to. It programs you, but you don't realize it because it's subconscious. So if you're consciously not fearing, then you need to dig in your subconscious and figure out what I'm talking about, because I'm not going to tell you anything that's not accurate. Okay? I thought that I didn't have any fears, and I thought that I was over everything, but obviously not. Because obviously there were dreams that came up today that I haven't ever had, and I don't know how long, and now they're here. So just be patient with the process. Don't be so resistant. Okay? You hear what I'm saying to you? Princess of Pentacles. Clarifying the outcome here. We will be receiving news about money coming in very soon. We will be receiving messages very soon. Someone wants to reach out. Be wary of certain people that do reach out, though. There's room for deception. Princess of Swords coming out again. Yeah, there are a lot of people reaching out to us. It's not just one person. Family members could even be reaching out for some of us. Okay, so this card came out sideways. So the Two of Swords. So isn't this funny how this ties together, right? Yes, Mike Easy, it does have the potential to do that. Yes, sir. Welcome back, Ronald. You're back at the very end. So Three of Chalices. And this Two of Swords sideways. Okay. Upright, we have that blindfold on. We're blocking our heart off. You're okay, sweetie. I'm just messing with you. You can always go back and watch it. So upright, this is all about us being at a stalemate, being indecisive about everything, how we should move forward. Should we try and make amends? Should we try and make things work? And, you know, this, that, and the third, feeling torn, wanting to go back to the past, but also feeling ready to go to the future. But then the reverse meaning is all about finally removing that blindfold, seeing the truth, knowing damn well it's time to walk away. It's time to make choices, major choices, and to commit to them. This is what I see. We're getting closer and closer to the truth. Three of Cups. There's going to be some news that we're going to celebrate here. But there's going to be a situation that is within the family or within the home here where there's just a breakdown in communication. So we seek, you know, solace in solitude, or we come across certain people, new friends even, where we're able to celebrate and have a good time after having, you know, released ourselves from this. Okay, you said you're getting a reading from me next month. All right, perfect, sweetie. You see my website down in the description box, sweetie. You can check out the different spreads that I offer. I would suggest picking one where you can ask 1 to 3 questions. Those are the most in-depth spreads. Usually I just do the $20 ones as like a, a simple reading. But yeah, I really do feel like now we'll be able to celebrate our successes here. And the person that triangulated us here is dealing with a situation where they're breaking up or they're having to go through a divorce or now they're having to move out. They may have moved the other party in. Now they're moving them out, But whatever the case is, this is a situation that, you know what's up. I'll be getting a reading. Awesome, spiritual angel. Well, you can follow suit with Miss Jerica here as to where you can find that info. But yes, now there's a situation where if he hadn't moved her out yet, or if, the person that they triangulated us with hadn't moved out yet, then they will be moving out very soon. You know what I'm saying? So, it's because they're not happy, they're not happy. They're not getting along. You know what I'm saying? There could be some drinking involved or just other stuff going on. And, now we're just trying to heal from all of this. 2222. Make those decisions, you guys. 2222. You've been seeing 222 a lot. You better make them damn decisions you need to make. Okay, you hear what I'm saying to you? Now, as of right now, we're going to go ahead and take a little smoke break. And if anybody wants a question answered, catch me before I sign off. You can do it through PayPal or Super Chat. If you do it through Super Chat, then you can, if you do it through Super Chat and if you don't see the $20 option, then do the $24.99. Y'all know how it goes. But yeah, for those of you that want a more in-depth reading, I suggest that you check out my website, linked below. And yeah, you guys can see what spreads that I offer and for how much. So let me find that song that I was telling you guys about. Let me see. It's called With Every Heartbeat. And, hold on. Here we go. Yes, ma'am, we do. Very nice and light, Leo. That's interesting. Thank you, Journey to My Empire. Much love to you, too. Welcome to the Lotus Squad. Okay, sweetie. Alrighty, I got you jotted down, sweetheart. We can make it better sometime. Hold on. Maybe we can make it happen, baby. We can keep trying, but things will never change. So I don't look back. Still I'm dying with every step I take, but I don't look back. Just a little bit better. Good enough to waste some time. Tell me would it make you happy, baby? We could keep trying, but things will never change. So I don't look back. Still I'm dying with every step I take, but I don't look back. We could keep trying, but things will never change. So I don't look back. Still I'm dying with every step I take, but I don't look back. Hey girl, you missed a whole lot. You missed 2 hours. Girl, you gonna get caught up. funny, man. Wow, it's such a beautiful song. Shut up! Shut up. And you know what? There was another song here. Stephanie, I'll go ahead and put the link in the comment section after the reading posts, but it's called With Every Heartbeat by Robin. But again, I'll post the link after it finishes processing. But there is another song, and it's interesting because I started the stream off with the See You Soon. And I was like, see you soon. Why'd I pick that one? So that ties with the reading too. Y'all might be seeing somebody soon. But let me see. What was the other song I was going to show you? What? Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. So this is called Celebration. No, that's not Lakey, that's Otis McDonald. But we'll play some Lakey real quick before I get up out of here. I love his stuff too. Let the music cleanse your soul, baby. Where's my little smoke at? Shit, I swear. That's the one thing that you guys could do to recharge. Put some music on. Put some motherfucking music on. Y'all, I got a 15 in my room. I could drown out any and everybody if I wanted to. Shit, just put that shit on high, you know, put it on 11. You know, it'll be alright. Ooh, salmon. I love Alaskan salmon. Ooh, broccoli and brown rice. Buttered broccoli. Yeah. Yeah. Where's my plate? 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 All right. Now, he mentioned Lakey, and this is going to be my final song. Okay? Shoot, I got to save something for the intro, you know. Let me see. I like that song Doing Just Fine, but we already played that. So we will play. We will play. Visions. No, what are you... Now, what the fuck is you doing? Yo. Hey. the fuck? I can't get off the chair because I'm blocked in by the table. But I could be like, let me stop. I'll dance tomorrow. I had to get this out today. Okay. Why is this shit all clogged up? My bad, that was probably loud for everybody. There we go.
This or hear this, that you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night
and visualize seeing yourself as...
Yeah, I would visualize,
This is when you were broken poor.
This is when you were broken poor.
Directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, I like your work or whatever that is. And I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever. Drive home and think, well, I do have these things. They're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there. I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe. And I dated it Thanksgiving 1995. Just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million.
There you go, you guys. That was for you. So, if there's no one that wants a question answered, your girl is getting ready to get her ass up out of here and go get her something to eat and get to bed. Guys, get some rest. Guys, I know I've been talking a lot about all these videos I'm going to do, but just stay tuned for all of these videos that I'm going to have posted. I just wanted to take a rest here before I started getting into everything because I literally have over 100 written down fucking ideas to post for all of y'all. And it's overwhelming to see that I got 100 and counting. And every time I get on live, there's always some video or not some video, some idea of a video that I could do. So, but I want you guys to stay tuned. We'll be talking more about angel numbers. We'll be talking more about crystals. I'll show you guys my collection and just, I'll have a crystal a day or something like that and break it down. So, you guys can see if maybe one of those crystals I have so far could potentially help you along your journey. Jerica, thank you so much, sweetie. You're so sweet. Look, you donated twice, girl. Thank you. I love you. Well, I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you guys so much, by the way, for allowing me to ugly cry a little bit there. I wasn't expecting to have to do that, but I do appreciate you guys for listening anyway. And I'm glad that we can help and, help heal each other. So with that being said, with my lit ass, until next time, you guys. Stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.